Hi everybody. We are starting a live video today for Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio. Welcome to our Thursday live. And we are here looking at my caribou that's going to need some love over the next 20 minutes or so while we're together. And on the Thursday Live today, we're going to do a few different things. I am going to frame this rug for you very simply and easily, and I'm going to tell you about a free course that we have online. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to show you some wool cloth that we have, and I'm also going to draw a pattern for you, a special pattern, and tell you about that. And there's the red rug. I'm just going to bring it right in. Isn't that nice? Ooh, there we go. And we are working away here, and Angela is going to come in a few minutes, and we're going to talk about this caribou and how we're going to do it. She's busy with a customer. Hello, Carol Beaton from Benoit, and Marion Parr from Minnesota, Marcia DiMartino, Louise Rummel, and Jean McKeegan from New Brunswick. Pam Maxwell is here from Ohio today, and we have Mary Alice Oatman, Teresa Bogle, and 6 other people. Ingrid Taylor's back again today. Thank you, Ingrid. Helena Doran Burke, Bernice Wall, Kathy North. I'm just really glad you're all here. And I'm going to pass this over to Angela so I can do some hooking for you and show you. I'm going to finish up those velvet antlers today and see what they look like all in velvet. That's the first thing that we're going to do today. So here I am. Hello everybody. Welcome. I've had a little bit of feeling a little tiny bit stressed this morning for no good reason, eh, Ange? I don't think we have anything to get stressed about. No. But some days are like that, aren't they? You can just sort of feel it in your chest a little bit. After the live, I'm going to go for a little walk with my friend Catherine. And I often do that right after the live. I'll often go for a little walk. So I'm going to turn this frame around so I'm not reaching. I'm always careful to not be reaching too hard. And a lot of times when you see me, I'm not sitting straight in my chair. I'm leaning in. But I just want to tell you that when I'm actually hooking for any length of time, I'm bringing that frame right up to me. So a lot of times when you see me, I'm leaning over. But properly, I think it's much better to not lean so much, but to bring your frame right to you and to be really comfortable. So my feet are about 6 inches off the floor now, right? Because I'm sitting right at the back. And I'm just gonna finish hooking this velvet on these antlers. The thing about hooking velvet is we don't have a ton of velvet on our website right now. The woman who dyes our velvet is Brenda, who used to work here. And Brenda doesn't dye the velvet in the winter. It's more of a spring thing for her. So what's out of stock will be replenished later in the spring. I'm going to get the 2 colors in here because we have 2 different colors of velvet for these antlers. Now, do you have to use velvet? No. You could use a big merino would be awesome on these. You could use like a soft merino yarn on these antlers. Okay, let's see what it's like when I add the other color. The thing I don't like about hooking velvet is it's a little bit finicky. Like you have to hold it underneath so that the right side comes up. It's a little difficult. I wanted to tell you, we'll have to run out and get this year's online winter course, Angela, but I want to tell you, and this is important for those of you who are thinking about taking the online winter course, in terms of kits, we don't have that many left. We still have some, but they've been selling really fast, and I think there's probably, you know, I'm not sure, to be honest, but maybe 40 left. So if you want a kit for the online winter course, and I know it's a commitment, you know, they cost quite a bit. So if you want that kit, you need to get it. And if you have any concerns about you know, paying for it or whatever, we can do it in 2 payments or something. You'd have to call the studio to do that. But you really would need to, I think we're going to sell out this year on that course. And because we have to order the wool so far in advance. So now here's the good news. There's lots of patterns and there's lots of courses. So you'll be able to get the course. You just may not be able to get the kit. So with the course, and I never even mentioned this to Angela. So what do you think about this idea, Angela? You can weigh in. Angela's hair looks really good today. I don't know what she did. You did something different with your hair, Ange.
I did?
I don't know. It's like flowing really nicely. So this is the thing. I was thinking that because we are going to run out of kits, what I might do is do an add-on to the course. I was thinking of taking the pattern and hooking it. I'm not saying I'm going to do this, so we haven't even talked it over with Angela yet. So I was thinking about taking the pattern and hooking it again differently so that people could use like their stash if they didn't have the stash. So it would encourage people to buy just the course or to buy the course and the pattern because we are going to run out of kits. I just know it. What do you think of that idea? So I wouldn't redo the whole thing, but I would take it and put it on my Steadicam frame and go over it with different ideas from my stash and hook it in a different way. Do you think that would like cause chaos in the course itself?
I don't think so. I think a lot of ladies have big stashes.
I do too. Yeah.
And that's kind of a neat idea.
I think it is too. I thought of that this morning on my walk. That's why I walk. I walk so that I can get good ideas. But I think that is a decent idea, don't you?
Yeah.
And Angela and I are excited because we're in the process of, we're working on all kinds of different little projects. And I started another project today that I haven't told Angela about. So I'll tell you about that next week because I don't want to get her mad. She doesn't get mad, do you, Ange?
No, not too often.
No, not too often. There was a warning in there. What do you like when you get mad?
I don't know. I get angry and then I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't really get mad very often.
No. I don't.
It's just better to be happy.
It is better to be happy. There's not much point, is there? Getting too mad. You always got to sort of hold yourself back.
It's too exhausting to get mad.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you about a little show that I've been watching that made me really happy. And so I used my 7-day free Apple trial just to try it out for Apple TV because my sister told me about this program called Ted Lasso. And it's about an American football coach who comes to England to coach soccer. But it is one of the most beautiful, inspiring television programs that I have watched in years. It was, I don't normally binge. I usually only let myself watch like a program a night or a program and a half. But I watched two and a half, sometimes 3 in the evening. They're half-hour programs. And it was a beautiful program. It was about people and love. So it's not really, it's about soccer, but it's also, or football, as they say in England, but it's also about love and encouragement and support and growth and change. And so I loved it. It was so good. It's Ted Lasso. I didn't even know any of the actors or actresses in it. But look at those velvet. Oh, I'm so happy. Aren't they gorgeous? So what did I teach you so far today? I taught a lot today already, you know. I showed you about the straight back in the chair. I think that's really important, even if you're using a hoop, to not be leaning into the rug, but to bring the rug to you. That's incredibly, incredibly important for me. And I think you might find a similar thing. showed you about velvet, that you have to hold it. You have to pinch it underneath like this. Just pinch it and keep it flat. And that will keep your wool from your velvet from turning. And I'm going to bring this up here. And then I am going to be finished these, aren't I? Pretty much.
They're beautiful.
They are
gorgeous.
Beautiful. I think it's okay to say your own work is beautiful if you like it. As long as you can sort of be critical of your own work as well. Because if you think everything you do is beautiful, well, you're kind of foolish. But you got to be able to, it's good to be able to recognize when it's beautiful. You know, yourself. When you think it's beautiful, to know what you think is beautiful, that's important.
So what you just cut, Deanne, seems to be a bit smaller than the strip you were using before.
Probably, yeah.
Is there a reason for that? Or
No. Okay. Just I wanted to get 3 strips out of that because I wanted to make sure I had enough. Like the wider the cut, the more it takes. Like the wider the cut, the more wool you need, right? So I just didn't want to leave myself short. So this is wider in one end. See this strip? Let's have a good look at that strip. Look, it's really all over the place. It will be fine. So now we need to decide the next color for this caribou. And apparently caribou, elk, and reindeer are 3 different animals. Someone informed me on the comments. One of the things I would like you to do in the comments is that if you have something that you want me to teach or to talk about or to focus on, that you would mention them in the comments this week, and then I will pick a couple for the following week, okay? Because I can't always answer your questions right there in the comments, but if you would do that, I'm going to take this velvet down here on his whatever that is, his neck. So if you would do that, if you would write in the comments, so you could do that right now. I'm going to ask you some questions like what would you like me to focus about each week? If you want me to talk about something next week, then just write it in the comments. If I see it in the comments, I do try to read them all, but I don't get to them all because they happen at different times, right? People are watching this. Most of you are watching it right now. You guys are all watching it right now, but people will. This is our pine or fern green. This is this yarn that I'm using in here. I just want to tell you what they are. This is a thicket and a hand dyed. And then this is, I'm using this too, and this is one of our studio picks. It's a $14.95 yarn. It's a mixture of alpaca, and it has a bit of acrylic in it. I want to go out now, and I want to show you a couple of different things. Those antlers look just awesome. And the 2 different colors and the variegated outline is a big part of why that looks good to me. So I'm going to go over what I got written here to talk to you about today. I got a letter yesterday, and I want to read you the letter. It's from Wanda Elliott, and Wanda was the winner of our Wild with Wool. Wanda was the winner of our Wild with Wool challenge. She had the most comments. So this was written Wednesday, December 30th. Dear Deanne, as this year comes to a close, we reflect on all that has passed and all that is present, and of course that which is yet to come. How fortunate we have been. I am part of a group of women who have been friends since elementary school, and before in a couple of cases. They are Rowena, Bonnie, Eileen, Eleanor, Wendy, myself, and Lynette. We will actually meet this afternoon at 4 p.m. Ontario time via Facebook Messenger chat. We are all from Clarenville, Newfoundland. 50 years of friendship. We are blessed. Rowena and Bonnie first introduced me to rug hooking. My grandmother, Dorcas Decker from Cook's Harbour, White Bay, learned how to hook with her mother. They hooked for the Grenfell Mission. That just gives me a chill. Through Rowena and her sister Diane, I found you. My admiration for you has been a wonderful thing, for lack of a better word. You inspire me. Thank you. You bring me joy, and you bring me purpose and accomplishment and confidence and inspiration and a lot of freedom of expression. I could go on and on. Thank you. I can continue to look forward to our Thursday afternoons. My outrageous ostriches or alpacas or llamas or giraffes or camels or whatever one chooses to see in them. Thank you. The funny thing is, as I hooked them, I thought, you crazy girl, too difficult a task for me. After a second night in a Sydney hotel on our way to Newfoundland, with the ferry cancelled due to weather, I decided that's it. The ostriches were a failure. I sent pics to Rowena and Bonnie, those are her friends she mentioned earlier, who both love them. Bonnie suggested making their necks longer, so a 6x6 became a 6x7. Rowena suggested tweaks as well, and I am now the lucky recipient of a beautiful wool box and a pair of scissors I adore. Thank you for inspiring the Wild with Wool challenge. Thank you, she said, to those who commented and liked. I've no idea what will bless my frame next. And then she tells me she's currently reading A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth for her January book club meeting. And she says, all the best to you and yours in the days and weeks and months ahead, Wanda Elliott. So the reason why I wanted to read you this is because that rug won our challenge, right? It was fun and playful. But I love the part where she said that she had decided it was a failure. It was too difficult a task for her. And after her second night in a Sydney hotel, she decided that that's it. She was done with it. And I just want you to know that Rowena is like me, is like you, is like Angela, is like everybody. That there are times when we're making something and it feels like it's not going well, and we have to stick to it and stick through it. So I love that is the rug that won our challenge, that ignited all our imaginations, and that was her experience with it. And she chatted with a couple of friends about it, and sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not so good. It just depends on who you are, right, and how you are, but that she got past it. So this is the next thing I'm going to do today. I've got 2 more things to do with you. Got so much on our plate today. So here's all the gears for the Shetty Camp frames. And I'm doing up a pattern for someone. We have a product on our website, and it's called, it's under our kits, and it's a one-of-a-kind kit. And what happens is you can get any kit that you want, or any, you just tell the person that once you order it, someone will give you a call, and they'll tell you you can tell them what you want, and then we'll do a custom kit for you, a custom one-of-a-kind kit. So this one is inspired by a field of flowers, poppies, lavender, cabbage roses, and white and green hydrangeas, and looking at the ocean. She loves the impressionistic floral garden, so I'm going to draw that up for her now. And so let's start with the cabbage roses over here in the corner and get that really gorgeous, nice, big. So they call them cabbage roses because they kind of look like cabbages, don't they? And I'm going to draw that in the corner. So this is our one-of-a-kind custom kit. And we sell quite a few of these. And, within reason, we can do most things. I mean, most people want something like they've seen me do before. So, I can't, I can't do a horse race, just so you know. Like, I couldn't draw a horse race, but I can draw what I can draw, So this is the cabbage roses, and we're going to put those all down here too. And then we're going to get some hydrangea bushes over here as we hit this corner. I want to, kind of hydrangeas are sort of big, and I'm going to bring the cabbage roses right down to here. So I'm drawing this up for her. And then we got these big hydrangeas, have these big blossoms on them, right? I love to draw. I love to draw, but what did I say about my drawings this morning, Ange, to you?
You thought they were too childlike, or looked childlike.
Yeah. So even, I feel that too. Excuse me. I look at, I feel that. I know you guys do too. I know sometimes you feel like very critical of your drawings, and sometimes I feel that too. So there we got the hydrangeas. Now we need want to get those rose leaves in here. I hope whoever is getting this kit happens to be watching. It's possible. So she wanted some lavender. So how we're going to do the lavender is we're going to do a fields. We're going to do some fields of lavender, like over here. Just like maybe just some lavender. Going to do the fields of lavender. We are going to now we're going to put some poppies in here. So in behind here, we get some poppies. And the poppies are going to be kind of blowing in the wind a little bit. It's kind of fun to, you know, I have the freedom to, and we're going to do the leaves a little different. I have the freedom to kind of draw them the way I see it, but okay, so there's my poppy field, and we're going to kit this up, so we'll pick all the colors for her. And cabbage roses, she's white and green, she wants to be looking at the ocean. Lavender, we've got the lavender field, so we have all her requests in here now. And was influenced by beach, oceans, and her life. So let's think about a beach kind of like this.
This is going to be really fun to hook.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So we're going to have like fields of lavender onto the beach here. And so we're going to have a beach, and then we're going to have the sea, the water. I feel like we've got to have some sky up here. So let's make this sky really interesting for her to hook. And I'm going to draw. So what all she has to do is take the blues, and we're going to make like, almost like, not quite, but almost like lavender branches, right? They're not really, but I think that, oh, that will be really beautiful. Sometimes when I do these, I just go make myself something like this, because they look so beautiful to me. And I'm going to take that up skinny, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay, so now I've got this area over here, and I feel like we're going to go with more hydrangea kind of bushes right here to sort of bring this to the beach here. So more bushes, and we're going to put some flowers in here. Are we going over time, Ange? Because I want to show us one more thing.
Oh, I have to check my watch. Oh, we got 5 minutes.
Okay, we got 5 minutes. All right. So anybody talking to us today? Anybody saying anything?
They love the pattern.
They like it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Awesome. So so now we need more. Do we need more? This is the question. Do we need more flowers here? And I kind of feel like, yes, more poppies, like odd shapes like this. And I love these rough stems like that. I think those, see, look at that. And then the leaves. And then we'll just leave this as kind of, this will be sort of green in behind here. So I'm just going to bring that over. She likes teal, so she's told us all the colors that she wants. So we're going to leave that like that. I feel like over here, I feel like I'm going to take this more bushes like this over to here, and then over here I'm going to just like,
what size is the rug, Deanne?
this is they're always 32. This one is, I think it's like 32 by 36. They're good size. Look at that, big. It's big. It's a big kit. It's a very large kit. So that's where we're going today. I think that's, and I'm going to take So I'm thinking of the composition now and getting this right. And these are my hydrangeas, right? Hydrangea, 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 hydrangea. And we got that, got the poppies, cabbage roses, white and green hydrangeas. So these can be all kind of pale greens. Yeah, I think we got it. And I'm just going to keep this going over here like that. Okay, I like that. I think it's nice. I'm happy with it. And off we send it. And I really love the sky. So I want to show you one more thing that I have shown you before, but we're finishing this up, this series, and this is our artist series of wool cloth, and we have Manet. I think we have about 5 pieces of each left, and they're half-yard pieces, and they're $39.95. And this is Manet, and this is Chagall, right here, like that, and this is Liechtenstein. This beautiful pinks. I'm thinking this would be awesome on this pattern. Wouldn't it be great? That would be beautiful on that pattern. And so would this. Like about right there. Yeah, those would be great. So these are great landscape colors and field rug colors. We have about 4 each, and then we're finished with this series, okay? This one is Seurat, right here. And I am going to show you Rousseau, which is always, he's one of my favorite artists, right here. And I did order a book on him, just like I said I would. I haven't ordered an art book this month, though, not yet. Might be time. And this one, we know who that is. It's Da Vinci. That would be like great sand colors. And then, of course, this is Degas, he did a lot of ballerinas. And this was inspired by Degas. And it is the mauves and the greens and the blues. And then for those of you who loved Klimt, and so we'll just pan out these. So we have about 4 each left of these. And so if you want them, and then we're finished with the cloth series. We may keep doing the yarn for a while. But we like to change things and move things on. So I think it's important. And I promised someone I'd frame a rug. Oh my gosh, how did I promise I'll make all these crazy promises? All right. All right. Okay. So, on our website, there are 2 free courses. If you go to Deanne Fitzpatrick, if you go to hookingrugs.com and you go to courses, you'll see a couple of free courses. And one is how to hook rugs, and it's a great course. So if you ever want to teach someone how to hook rugs, just tell them to go on. They sign up or they join our newsletter list. So there's also one called Contemporary Framing for Hooked Mats. And I like these contemporary frames. I use the narrow side. I have my neighbor makes them all for me. And so they're all handmade here out of wood in Atlantic, Canada. And Norma, who binds my rugs, when I'm getting them bound for framing, I just get her to do a zigzag on them and hand sew them and then press them. And so I have the frame custom made to the size of the rug. So right now I'm getting ready. We have a show at the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia. It starts on January 23rd. We're really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. My daughter's excited about it. That's the royal we.
I'm excited.
Angela's excited, and it's going to be a beautiful show, and it's a collection of rugs that they own, and it's going to be up for at least a year, I think. So I just lay that down, and what I do is I open up my hooking, and I find the burlap, and I press that right into the burlap, and I don't just staple it, because then you don't want to see the staple. You want it hidden in there. And 5 places will do it. Looks fine to me. And then you just hang it up. So the course, the free course, because it doesn't cost you anything. You do have to go through our checkout, but there's no charge. And you don't have to put in your Visa number or anything. Is there on hooking rugs. And you can take that. And come back next week and we'll see where we are with the caribou. I know this is coming out right there. I'm going to have just the velvet down here and on the antlers, and then I'm going to move. I'll show you a couple of colors that I'm considering for the caribou. I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of that. Something like that. I'm not sure what else. Maybe this. I'm not sure. Anyway, okay. Let's check the list. 3 things that inspire my sketches. Fields always inspire my sketches. Flowers, people. I love watching people. Someone asked me that last week. So if you comment this week, I'll try and get it done next week or the week after. Just let me know. And I just wanted to remind you again that we just have a limited number of kits for our winter online course, which is the big field. I'll run out and get the rug, shall I, Angela?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Okay, I'll run and get the rug. Okay, I'll be back.
Oh, she's leaving me by myself again. Well, we can look at the antlers a little more closely. And somebody wanted to see the back of the rug, so maybe I can... I can't really see it that well. Oh, here she comes.
The rug. The rug is 16 by 34. This one is a little larger, but we thought we couldn't make it quite this big because of the cost of the kit. So it's 16 by 34. It's a good size rug, and I have it framed in a stained wood frame, not black this time for a change. And it is all the wildflowers of the glen and the water in the distance. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for being here with me. I think we have approximately 40 kits left, and that's all we'll have. I don't think we're gonna be able to make any more because there's so many different wools in this, you see. There's probably, I don't know, there's probably 50 or 60 wools in it. So it's a complicated kit to make, and we have to make the kits and be able to get them to you. I think I am going to use the pattern, and I'll show you that next week, and maybe create another version of it as well for people. So there you go. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
It was a busy week. It was